Dating as a single mom can be so exciting, so much fun, but then also it comes with its own challenges. Now because you have to divide your time between your kids, your work, and this person, right? I'm so glad that you could join us for this particular episode. If you've not subscribed, I would politely request you to do so. My name is Elizabeth, and today I'm going to be taking you through some of the ways and some of the things that could help us as single moms to maneuver through dating again, or like getting into the life space again now when we have kids. The first thing that you need to make sure that you do is to be very intentional, to be very sure that indeed you'd like to start dating. And that comes with actually emotional, financial, and just being very intentional and being very ready, financial, emotional ready. Be sure that you have totally healed. If you recently broke up with your baby daddy, just take your time and make sure that you have totally healed. Do not jump into another relationship, into another person's life when you know indeed there is some bit of you that is still hurting, that you're not in a good place to love someone else and all that. So you have to make sure that you have totally healed for you to be able to love someone else. And secondly, it is very important in your preparedness to get into another relationship to be sure that you know the kind of a man that you want to start dating. All right, just list down. It's key, it's very important, it's paramount for you to just write down things that you indeed love about the person that you want to start dating. And someone told me, actually, when you write them down, you pray about them, God has a way of just making sure that he brings you that person. So it's important, it's very paramount for you to be sure the kind of a person you want to start dating. And also, as you do all that, remember to put also your kids into consideration. You need to be sure that you want someone who is passionate about kids, someone who is not going to be a hurdle for your kids, or someone who is not going to feel like your kids are becoming, or like your kids would be a burden to him. All right. So it's important for you to be sure that you have someone who indeed would not mind you having kids. Now, as you have done that, it's very important also to set a boundary. When you get that person, set boundary and be sure to state the fact that you are a single mom on the very initial stages of it, so that if he's not staying, if he's not ready to settle down with someone who has a kid, then he goes early enough. It gives you enough time to just get the right person, as opposed to delaying that detail, that information, and then later when you get time, or like when you are comfortable enough to say it becomes a problem. All right, or like it becomes a deal breaker for that particular reason. So it's important for you to be sure that you have actually just told this person that you're a single parent hapo mwanzo at the initial stages of your engagement. Now, another thing that is very important when you're getting yourself up to now the dating life again, it's also very important for you to identify places that of course you are going to mingle with potentials, right? Because you're not just gonna sit at home and wait for your Mr. Right to just knock on the door. It doesn't happen like that. You have to get out. And remember, if you have been following and if you've been watching our episodes on the very first episode when we had Margaret as our psychologist, one of the things that she mentioned, oh God, one of the things that she mentioned is that it's important for you to get out in social places that, of course, you are probably going to meet someone, a potential husband, a potential boyfriend, for that matter. So as opposed to just staying at home and just assuming that because you're a good mom, you're just going to be taking care of your kids and you're not having time for yourself. Get outside there, meet people, go to events, go to conferences, go to all these places that, of course, have would give you an opportunity of meeting new people. All right, and as also you're choosing the platforms to be made that you can actually meet someone. It's also, you can also consider online platforms, online dating apps. I know we have had a couple of stories that are not working. We've had stories of people who have not met, or like who have had bad experiences on dating apps. But then also there are success stories, and so that means that there's a potential that, of course, you could meet your person there. And I think that what that does also is that it cuts you it just you're able to meet people who with the same kind of intentions, right? Like someone who is also there to also get into a serious relationship, right? So I have had a couple of success stories of people who've met people on social media platforms, on online dating apps. So if you identify one that is good, guys, I welcome you to actually comment down below so that we are able to know if you have one that worked for you. Tell us which one exactly worked for you so that we have people getting into those particular spaces. And as you get to meet someone, as you get to start dating someone, it is very, very important that you take your ample time to scan this person. Safety first. Get enough time to scan this person. Get to know my bad, sorry. Get to know this person. Get to meet at least on social places the first couple of dates before you can now get comfortable enough to go to a private place. So be sure that you have met the right person through first meeting him on social places, and then kwanza kwa mahoteli, and then kwanza kwa restaurants, and then places kwenye kuna watu. Get to know this person pretty well. Okay, get to meet this person, get to understand him, get to know his weaknesses, get to know his likes, his dislikes, get to understand what are some of the things that are deal breakers for him. Understand that on the very initial places before you can get comfortable enough to take him to a private place where it's just you and him. All right, now, and then on that, after you have now settled and established that this is the right person, it's already established that you are a mom and that you are working, and that of course you would need to balance your time. It's very important for you to, number 5, ensure that you are balancing your times and you're planning better as a mom, so that you are not planning to see this person on days that you are supposed to be with the kids, for example, or like you're not having the kids on days that you had already committed to spending time with this other person. So it's important for you to be balancing your time quite appropriately. All right, and then number 6 is, again, very important, getting to introduce your new partner to your kids. It is important for you to make sure that you are very sure that indeed it has gotten to be very serious for you to introduce this person to your kids. Do not get into a relationship and introduce this person right immediately to your kids. I mean, because it's going to be having some emotional imbalance with the kids if at all things do not go right, or like things do not go smoothly as you'd expected them to. So it's very important for you to make sure that you are waiting until you are very sure that this is the person that you indeed want to spend your time with, that you can now introduce your kids. And when you're introducing the person to your kids, it's important for you to do it in a very slow and smooth manner. All right, so that you take your time to first get to meet this person on social events, on very casual meetups. I mean, they don't have to be very casual, very official. So you can start introducing the person through casual meetups with the kids, going out to play, going out to eat, and just introducing him as your friend and getting the kids to know him also before you can now start introducing him to your kids. And when you do that, it's important for you to be very keen to listen to what the kids have to say about the person. If they have any negative reviews, it's important for you to handle them with wisdom. All right, if at all there are things that of course you can sit down and think and explain to the kids about this person, they could be having a misconception, or they could not have gotten the right picture of the person from the onset. So, and when they have that kind of a negative review or negative feeling about this person, and you just proceed as if nothing is happening, it would get to a point whereby the kids and the person are not getting along. And remember, at this time, these are the most important people in your lives. So it's important to make sure that they are actually having a cordial relationship. They are understanding, they are understanding each other. They are having a feeling, they're having a connection to some extent. And that is very key. Now, as you're getting to do that also, as a mom and also to the person, it is very advisable for you to have realistic expectations. I mean, because you would not want everything to move smoothly with person that you've just met, and perhaps maybe they had not had this kind of a blended relationship. So it's important for you to be having realistic expectations and know that things can take time, know that connections can take time, especially with the kids. If the person has kids kids also, it could, and actually in most cases it takes a lot of time before you all get into a very comfortable place where you're comfortable with each other, where you are okay, like you can share things with each other and all that. So have very, very realistic expectations. And if you need any emotional support, it is very important for you to seek that. You can actually seek a professional assistance for people who are experienced. If at all you feel like things are not just moving as you had expected them to, it is important. Just seek to talk to that person who understands relationships, who can guide you through, and who can help you to become the best version of you as a mom and as someone's girlfriend. Okay, people? So, another thing that is of importance is now prioritizing yourself in that relationship. Any day, anytime, deprioritize, any would depend. Love yourself. Just know that, of course, things would happen around you, but in any case, in by all means, you have got to sit down, relax, enjoy, have fun, go to places, and do what makes you happy. Prioritize your prioritize yourself. Make sure that you are prioritizing your well-being. Be mindful of yourself. Just make sure that you are going out to places that and doing things that are making you happy and all that. So I think we have just gone through an overview of how you can quickly become a better version of a better mom and a better girlfriend into the dating space, because as it is already established, you guys, love is a beautiful thing. And if it finds you, then it is a good thing. You have got to embrace it. You have got to love it and be open to love once more. All right. So it has been me, Elizabeth, and I am so glad that you stuck with us up to this particular point. If you have not subscribed, I would politely request you to do so, and we are going to see each other on the next one. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely one. Bye.